Yo, what's up guys, it's Jay Cool here, back with another video. This video is going to be on AI, so we're going to be covering two pretty cool tools which helped me build this AI open source tool. The first one's going to be Streamlit. Streamlit is like a data visualization sort of front-end framework for Python. It's really, really cool, very useful. Obviously, if you want to transform your Python data into something which is a bit more presentable, like a website. And also LangChain. So LangChain is essentially a framework which helps you build AI large language model tools. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So as you can see, I've got this nice looking front end. This is all built with Streamlit, as I said. And what I've built is a research tool, which essentially is it will scrape a database of research papers, and then it will allow you to ask questions to that research paper with sort of memory, and it also returns the references as well, so you can validate it yourself. So let's just do a little demonstration. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a query on anaerobic digestion feedstock, and then let's say the effects on biogas yield. So just going to do a few keywords to make it sort of as specific as possible, but not also leaving out other things. Now there's still lots of improvements that can be made to this particular site. So as I said, it's open source. I'm definitely happy for people to contribute and make their own sort of improvements. But as you can see, it scrapes all of these papers. You're able to see like a sample of them, and take you to the website as well where they're found. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Head over to chatbot now. And what this is doing is it's just loading up all of the data. So this has been scraped, it's been compiled into a JSON file, and then it kind of processes all of these. It does something which is called embedding, and it allows you to essentially query and interact with data using semantic search. So let's just say, what is anaerobic digestion? Now this will give me an answer with reference. So the answer is generated from the information that is given in these papers, in the 80 papers which we just had. And then it also gives a few of the sources. So what you can also do is you can, for example, increase the number of documents you want to retrieve. This will give you sort of a wider range. So let's ask a follow-up question, because this LLM is also built with memory as well. So we can say this process can be used to treat and dispose of organic anaerobics. It's environmentally friendly. So for example, if we say, what is environmentally friendly about it? This, if you were to look at this question by itself, it's this has sort of no meaning, because you don't know what you're talking about it. However, this LLM is going to know that it is referring to anaerobic digestion. So we hit enter. We should be getting 6 documents retrieved as well. And there we go, we've got 5. That's strange. Don't know why there's only 5, but anaerobic digestion is considered environmentally friendly. That's, yeah, great. So it gives you all of these sources as well. There's another little search tool you can use, which is called maximal marginal relevance. Basically what this does is it allows you to fetch sort of a larger amount and then choose the most different within that larger amount. So for example, we might want to say, right, pick the 10 most similar, and I can go into, maybe not, pick the 10 most similar search results from the question. So the 10 contexts which are most similar to the question in terms of kind of answer it. And then from that, we're going to pick the 3 most different, just so you get a bit of variety. So we can do that, and then we can say, right, so what would be a good question? Overall anaerobic. Okay, let's just do something a bit separate now. He kind of does mention it in here, to be fair. What are the products of biodigestion? He mentions in the one above, but I just want to show this should now return 3 results basically, but it's pick the 3 most different. And again, boom, as you can see, it's taken it. So there are some similarities. This one's new. I've also got like an analytics tool, which basically shows you how each of the each of the research papers which have been picked. So as you can see, you'll be able to see them here. I mean, there's some UI improvements. There's also other tools which other data analysis tools which I can look into. But as you can see, this anaerobic co-digestion feedstock blending optimization. This is a very, very popular one. And again, yeah, you can kind of get your own sort of understandings from that. So that's basically a little demonstration of the actual front end. Now I'm going to show you how you can download this onto your computer. You will need to have a bit of coding experience. Hopefully you can just kind of follow through the tutorial, but it's very, very straightforward. And yeah, let's get into that. Right, so I'm here. I've just got Visual Studio Code folder open. So as you can see, there's nothing in there. We're going to be basically cloning this repository over here. Need to improve the README file. We're going to be cloning this repository. But before we do that, let's just set up a virtual environment. So virtual environments are something which you can do in Python. It just means that you kind of have an isolated environment. Python is not very good at handling different package versions. So to set up a virtual environment, you just need to say python-m venv, and then we're going to do it in this particular repository. So we do dot, and let's do Python 3. If Python or Python 3 will work for you. As you can see, it's set that up over here. Now we just need to activate that virtual environment by doing sort bin/activate. So now we're inside the Python environment. So before it said Python not found, but now actually the Python command will work. Again, with your computer, either Python or Python 3 will work. But yeah, next thing is let's just clone this repository. So I'm just going to go to code. Obviously, this will be in the link below. Click that copy button, and then we're going to say git clone and just paste it in there. Hit enter. Everything's being cloned now. That's annoying. So, right. Okay, I didn't think about that. So it's obviously done it like that, but if we just drag and drop everything in here, these should obviously all be in the same file. To be honest, it's not actually too big of a deal. Yeah, it's not too big of a deal actually. So what we'll do is we'll do cd side dash cat. So now we've gone into this side chat repository over here. And the first thing that we need to do is we need to install all of these requirements, all of these pip packages. So to do that, we can say pip install, and then we just go requirements.txt, hit enter. Yeah, sorry, that's it. We need to do the -r flag. -r, so that just means kind of recursive. This will take a second. So I'm just going to pause it. No, sorry, I'll speak about what we also need to do. So we also need to set up an environment variable. So we need to set an environment variable, which is, what's happened here? Just forget about that. I think it's still working. Oh no, it's not. It's errored. Could not find a version that matches satisfies the requirement. Match distribution. Right, okay, let's just quickly speak about the environment variable we need to set up. So over in the chatbot, we're going to be using like an OpenAI API key. So we need to have an environment variable which looks like that. And that needs to go inside a .env file. Oops. Not there. So that would be cool. OpenAI API key. To get one of these API keys, you will need to go over to the OpenAI website, and you need to go into, if you log in, create your own account, you can go to the API and you can get your own API keys over here. So I'm going to paste mine in. Obviously, this is private, but that's going to basically that's how we're going to be interacting with the large language model. Now I'm just going to quickly resolve as to why these requirements aren't working. So bear with me. Right. So the issue is over here. This is the incorrect package. It should be python-env. So again, I'm going to upload this to the repository and correct it. Also, we should have this open API. I'm going to paste that in here just so that you can change it yourself easier. But let's just run that again. Most of what we've done is actually going to already be installed. So yeah, everything as you can see, it says collecting from the cache. Everything's already been downloaded. But this should work better now. I also need to paste in my own API key, so I'm just going to get that over and then and get that pasted in. Awesome. So I've got everything downloaded. Now the command that we need to run is Streamlit. Then we need to say run, and we need to run this home page over here. So this can be found in app home. So we're going to say app/home.py, hit enter. This should either pop up a Streamlit window on one of your computers, on one of your windows, or it just gives you the link which you can follow. But as you can see, it's loaded up over here. Right, I just made a change actually. Yeah, it shouldn't load straight onto this page yet. It should load onto this page. But anyway, now we've got here, we can do our research query. So the reason why this error is showing is it's saying, right, there's no file not found, because we haven't scraped anything. So that file doesn't actually exist, but that file is going to be created once we scrape a result. So just going to try another search query, and this will load up all the papers correctly. And then if we head over to chatbot, as you can see, our LLM is loading it up. We'll be able to query it, so we can say give examples where AI is being used in medicine. And we'll search that, and it should give us, I think, 5 or, oopsie. That's just caused it to re-render actually. So yeah, you should just leave it. There we go. So it's given IBM Watson, all of these examples, given the references as well. Now look, it's not perfect. Some queries, because the data returned is slightly different sometimes, some queries don't handle it properly. So if there is a query which doesn't work, I'm gonna do I'll probably do like a sort of a feedback form, and if there's a query which doesn't work, just kind of paste it into the feedback form, and then I'll be able to resolve it. But that's basically it. This is how you can set it up on your own computer. So have a go of your own queries. If there's any issues, sometimes just refreshing the page and then trying again will help as well. As I said, this is still sort of in early production phase. Just want to get some feedback for it and see if it is useful. But yeah, thanks for checking it out, and all the best. Bye.